My name is Ohad Kozminsky. I'm a school teacher. I teach at a public school. I am a proud member of my union and I'm Jewish. What it means to be Jewish to me, even before meaning, is it's a feeling. I was educated at a Jewish school. I was taught the liturgy. I was taught the theology. I was taught the culture. I was taught the history. And insofar as I was taught those things from a young age, they are a part of me. I feel at home in those things. And I continue to be connected to those things in my community relationships and through my family and through my interests and my studies. The immensity of cruelty that I'm bearing witness to, that is, if I do not speak up, or even if I do speak up, is ostensibly being done in my name. I reject that, and I feel a kind of obligation to publicly say I reject that, because the alternative is to, in some way, accept it. To accept that in some way it is done in my name. I have to speak for that reason. So that's the first reason. The second reason is that my knowledge of Jewish people and the Jewish community is that we have diverse views. That is not to say that there are not some views that are more prominent than others, but it is incredibly clear to me that Jewish people have a range of views, and I think that it is important for those views to be articulated, it is important for those views to be heard, and it is important for those views to be celebrated, which incidentally is also core to the Jewish theological tradition, that diverse positions. It's almost a cliche, it's almost a truism that we know this. I have no issue with Jews thinking about that part of land as a spiritual home. I have issues with Christian or Jewish people talking about a piece of land being the right of one ethnic group, the right of one ethnic group over and above another ethnic group, however those groups are defined. The European tradition that created the idea that there are people who have an inherent relationship to the land, to a particular part of land, and to a language. It's an idea that justified great violence in Europe, an idea that was central to the early theoretical framework of Zionism. That notion is an incredibly dangerous idea. It is an idea that justifies the expropriation of the land of others. It's an idea that justifies expulsion, and even can justify, as we are seeing now, genocide. As I speak, I already know the responses that will emerge from those who disagree strongly with my position. I know those responses because I grew up with those responses and those narratives. And I'm tempted to anticipate and then rebut those objections, but I also don't think that's necessary. I think it's very clear that claiming a piece of land for one group, when there is another group there, the outcome's inevitable.